Welcome everyone to another episode of the Lookout live stream session. Today is May 29, 2021. We are here to talk about the markets, whether it's the cryptocurrency space, whether it's the stock market, it doesn't matter. Once you understand language analysis, you're actually able to take your knowledge and information to other markets to actually win. So I want to know how everyone has done overall in the markets on last week, even for the month of May. Were any of you all expecting to see the cryptocurrency market drop the way that it has? Or if you're interested into the stock market, were you surprised to see some of the growth stocks take some of the hits that they did during the month of May? Just let us know. Drop the comment in the comment section and let us know. Definitely want to say thank you to everyone who is currently on the live. We definitely appreciate your time, the opportunity for you all to see and understand where we're expecting the market to go. So let me break down to you the purpose of us doing the Lookout live stream session. The reason why we do this is so that we can all collaborate on charts to see where the market's going to go. Now, this period is only for our artists and members, right? We can only look at certain charts on this particular channel, and there's a plethora of other instruments and products out there that is available for us to really look at, and we cannot look at all of them. So this is a time for our artists and members. If they have any other cryptocurrencies or stocks that they may be interested in, then we can actually go ahead and look at those charts at this time. So if you're not an artist and member, and if you want to see some other charts that we really don't cover on this particular channel, you're more than welcome to follow us, become part of this team, this community, by picking this artist and member down here. This is this perk down here. You guys see the Lookout. This is where you're able to join us live and collaborate and look at the charts that you are interested in. And if not, if you just want to show some support for us and for this community, you can also hit this apprentice perk right here. This is only $1.99 a month. You get to see these custom emojis next to your name, your channel name, whenever you leave a comment on our particular channel. And also we have these custom emojis that we created just to give you all the practice into calling the markets right alongside with us, right? So if you all want to participate, if you want to join this community, this is why we're here. We're here to build up this community of individuals who is positioning themselves to win in the market. Okay, so real quick, we have about 5 or 6 tickers that we're going to look at today in the market. And the first one that we're going to look at today is going to be Zilliqa. All right, this is the first one we're going to look at. You all can see here that we did do a price prediction into the market in Zilliqa, and I want you all to drop a comment in the comment section and tell me, where do you all think the market in Zilliqa is headed? All right, I'm going to break down what occurred in our last price prediction first, but while I do that, leave the comment in the comment section and tell everyone, where do you expect the market to go in Zilliqa? All right, so what occurred here when we did our last price prediction on May 12th in Zilliqa was we were expecting the market to go higher in price, but you can see that we really weren't expecting too much of a price movement higher. Okay, we still identified that this restriction area was right there around 22.5 cents in Zilliqa, and throughout that particular day, okay, throughout May the 12th, you guys can see here when we did our price prediction in the market in Zilliqa that the market, when we did our price prediction, the market was traded here and we continued to drop in price. And that was something that we really didn't expect. It goes that way sometimes where your prediction doesn't go the way that you expected it to go. So the question is, at what point would you come through and actually say, okay, what I originally entailed the market to do, what I expected it didn't go the way that I expected it to go. You should have saw that right here on May the 15th. This is where you're understanding how you can actually minimize those losses, right? Because you're understanding that the market is going first. The market is not going the way that we expected it to go. Secondly, at what point would you confirm that though, right? Because initially the market in Zilliqa from that day completely dropped, right? It didn't even get close to what we expected it to do. And then right here on the 15th is where that confirmation really came through. So we would have got out of the market on that prediction right around here at a loss of about 13.5%, right? Instead of us continuing to hold out and hoping that so many people try to tell us to do, and we sit back and wait, and then we become long-term holders into the market, we would have gotten out right here. And we would have lost 13.5%, but take a look at where the market is right now. Would you take 13.5% over 53%? once you realize that the market is not going the way that you expect, you need to cut the losses immediately, right? Once you understand what the price bars and volume means. So yeah, it didn't go right. So I ask you all the question then, what do you think the market in Zilliqa is going to do right now? What do you all think? We have a couple of people saying that Zilliqa is looking to go higher in price. Someone wrote, Daniel Joseph wrote that Zilliqa is going to go lower. So let's see. Now, first things first, when you look at a chart, you need to realize that the market tells us precisely what is going to happen, right? You guys can see here that the market in Zilliqa was in a uptrend, right? We was in a uptrend in Zilliqa. Now, I'm not here to give you all anything that you may want to hear. We're simply here to understand where the market is going to go, right? Take a look at this. Recently, we've seen the market in Zilliqa break this ascending line. So what Daniel wrote, Zilliqa going lower, that is definitely precisely what the environment is in Zilliqa. The market here is giving us weakness. You can see here how many times the market in Zilliqa came and held this trend, right? You can see that. But right here is when the market in Zilliqa broke the trend on May the 19th. And even we've seen opportunities to where it wanted to come back above that trend and it failed. It was rejected. So that tells us that Zilliqa is still weak across the board. Now, this is not the only cryptocurrency that is reflecting the same type of idea. So it lets us know that the overall market is that. The overall cryptocurrency space is in one of weakness right now. Yeah, this is Chris. Long-term holders say you don't lose unless you sell. Yeah, but hypothetically, most of those individuals, even if you don't sell, you're still in a loss position. Like you expected the market to go higher and you're not seeing that, you're still in a loss position. It's just kind of like a false hope that people who are long-term holders say. You know, they're trying to change your mind into thinking that, well, as long as I don't sell, I don't lose. Well, you're still losing. Right? You understand that the money that you originally placed in that position, you're not getting it. It's not there. You're at a loss. So even if you sell, even if you don't sell, you're still at a loss. You're not going to get more than what you originally started with in that prediction, in that position, right? So take a look at this. When you see the market here, we're in a downtrend, right? So pretty much in Zilliqa, we need to determine where is support. And everyone who's here on this live, tell me where do you all think the market support is right now? Tell me, let me know. Appreciate that, Chris. So check this out. We got 51 people right now on the live. We only got 16 likes. If you guys haven't taken the opportunity out to hit that like button, just go ahead and take that out. It takes a second. It's not a lot. If you all appreciate the support, if you guys appreciate the content that we are here delivering, make sure you just go ahead and do that real quick, right? So check this out. We are already under the premise that the environment in Zilliqa is weak. It is what it is. We cannot do anything about it. The only thing that we can do from our side of the track is to make sure that we get in position and win, right? So now, where do you all think the support area is into the market in Zilliqa? Because I'm already seeing one right now. And the market currently is there, right there around 10 cents. Okay, we see that 10 cents is where the area of support is in the market in Zilliqa. Okay, and this is the reason why. We hit restriction here. The market held support there. And now the market in Zilliqa is doing the same thing here. So 10 cents is going to be really important in the market in Zilliqa. Do you think that this is a great entry point into the market in Zilliqa, or do you think we're going to go lower? That's the question. Right around 9 cents. Okay. Yeah, I see it around 9 cents, 10 cents. So what do you all think? Are we going to go lower in price? Are we going to go higher? We already established the weakness. That's one thing we got completed. The second thing that we got completed is that the area of support is right there around $10. I'm sorry, $10. It's right there around 10 cents. So now we're going to make the answer and try to answer the question, are we going to go lower in price? We're about to answer that right now. So right now we're seeing weakness into the market in Zilliqa. Okay, right here. That's where the weakness is being seen. One thing that you can tell though is that the volume in Zilliqa has been on a decrease, right? We've seen the market in Zilliqa go lower. Let's look at this on a weekly time frame real quick. This is the weekly time frame that we're seeing into the market in Zilliqa. If we would have seen the market in Zilliqa on this current weekly price bar close towards the high, I'll feel a little bit better into expecting this market to go higher, but it's not, right? So looking at that, we're still seeing weakness here. So if we cannot hold 10 cents as support in Zilliqa, take a look at the next area. It would be around 8 cents, then 6 cents. So you guys can tell that we are going to stair step our way to support. 10 cents, I'm not expecting it to hold. So the next level will be 8 cents. If 8 cents can't hold, we're going to go down to 6 cents ultimately, okay? So we're here. We're not expecting this area to hold 10 cents. So we could get rid of that. So the two areas that we can actually try to see the market in Zilliqa hold is 8 cents and 6 cents. And you can kind of see that on the longer time frames as well. Okay. So do we have weakness to contend with into Zilliqa right now? We sure do. And we're going to play that. Okay. So our first area of support is going to be around 8 cents, like I told you earlier. This is where the area of restriction currently lies. It's around 12 cents in Zilliqa. Okay. We're going to expect the market to try to dip towards 8 cents. I want you all to see this here though. We would TP the market right here. Okay. This price level that we will initially take profit is around 0.093. That's where we'll take the initial bag from the trap, right there around 0.093. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to make sure that our charts stay clean. We're not about that confusion. And ultimately, we're going to look around 8 cents for the market to try to come and grab in Zilliqa. Okay. So let's switch this back over. We're still playing in weakness here into the market in Zilliqa. Our first area of TP is right here on this solid horizontal line right here that we've identified. But then again, 8 cents is the ultimate area right there. So looking at Zilliqa right now, we still have about what, 18.25% movement to the downside that we can actually see come through over the next couple of days. All right. So now that's the first one. So the first chart that we looked at, we all can see that the market is currently still giving us some weakness, right? Not that much, but we can still expect the price to dip just a little bit. Okay. So now check this out. The next one that we're going to look at is the ticker symbol is VRAUSDT paired against Tether. Okay. Now this one is on KuCoin. So this one particular cryptocurrency has not been eliminated from going lower. It has fallen right alongside pretty much every cryptocurrency in the space, right? First thing we do is to create what was the trend initially in the market for VRA, Veracity. Okay. And you can see here, yes, we are seeing weakness here into the market in Veracity. And matter of fact, this particular cryptocurrency has been in a downtrend ever since April of 2021. You guys can clearly tell that. So let's drop it. Let's follow the trend. That's the first thing we always need to do when we look at charts, is we need to follow the overall trend. And this is it. Okay. Now you guys can see that where we're trading at right now in Veracity is that we are trading well away from the overall descending line, right? So we're kind of in an oversold position, meaning that the market has completely fell off faster than us slowly trading alongside that descending line. That is what this means. Okay. So now we've already seen the market in Veracity come and grab some support, which is right here. So let's identify the support area. All right, see that right there. So around a penny, like this particular cryptocurrency It's not seeing any monumental price ranges. I mean, from 5.5 cents down to a penny. It's about how wide the market has moved for Veracity. So let's check this one out on a 3-day time frame, because we really don't see a lot in the market in Veracity here. I mean, we've seen the market come in and hold support around a penny. The next area will be around what, half a penny into the market in Veracity. This is the 5-day time frame. We got a day and 7 hours left, and I'm still seeing the market in Veracity going lower. Corporate McMahon, we're not negative. We're just being truthful in what the market has. Okay, if the market's going to go lower, you need to expect it to go lower. If you're going to be in some type of illusion thinking that everything continues to go up in price, you're the one that's being fooled. You're the one who's actually being negative, because look at this particular currency right here. You'll probably be one of the main ones who would have purchased Veracity all the way up here around 5.5 cents, and now we're down here at a penny. And you'd be the main one talking about diamond hands. But you're still in a lost position. Keep it real. Quit giving the people the false hope. All right, so let's check this out right here. So yeah, we're still seeing weakness into the market in Veracity. We're still playing that weakness. We're still expecting it to go lower. We're not expecting it to go higher in price. Not right now. All right, so the only thing that we can really see is that that 1 penny area is going to be maintained as support. So that's about the only location that we can see this market really trying to come in and grab some support in Veracity. So I'm not really expecting a lot out of this market here in Veracity than what I'm seeing in Zilliqa. But taking a look at where the price is to where we can hold support at 1 penny, that's still 20% drop, right? You guys can still see that. So I'm not really expecting a lot at Veracity. As a matter of fact, if I look at this on the hourly time frame, we're actually creating a basis of support, right? Can you guys hear me? I got a comment there on the chat saying that the sound went out. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. So check this out right here on the hourly time frame. We're still seeing weakness into the market in Veracity, but it's not really all that weak. I'm really actually seeing the market trying to trade sideways in Veracity. Trade this way, right? Okay, appreciate that. So it looked like some people's sounds went out, others it hasn't. So we're just going to keep moving forward, since everyone, for the most part, everyone's telling me the sound is still in. So yeah, with Veracity, I'm not really going to put in a price prediction. I'm pretty much expecting this market just to trade sideways and hug the support area around a penny. Okay, and I will definitely have to watch the market there around 1 penny to see if it's really going to continue to hold price. But I'm not expecting it to really break down or even break up to the upside. Yeah, what I'm going to do in Veracity, and I'm looking at this on the smaller time frames, I'm actually going to play the strength here in the market in Veracity, but I'm not going to be extremely bullish. But we're going to play the strength into the market on this currency here. Okay. So pretty much, even though I'm expecting the market in Veracity just to trade sideways, we're going to play the strength within that though. Okay, and this current area of restriction is right there around 1.5 pennies, right? So I will TP out the market in Veracity right there. If we get any overall momentum shift, any overall cryptocurrency space, then Veracity won't have any issues of coming to 2 cents. But for the time being, we'll just take it down here to a penny and a half right there. Okay. I'm not really expecting a lot out of this one though. I mean, the market has already confirmed bottom once. And from there, I'm literally expecting us to trade sideways, and within that sideways trading, see the market in Veracity go higher. All right, so that's that one. Now, the next one that we're going to look at is going to be Tron, right? We had one of our artisan members wanted us to take a look at Tron, and we will. Now, he wanted us to do a long-term price prediction into the market for December timeframe. And you know, from our perspective, the closer you are in your prediction, the more refined it can be. So when you have someone want to do a yearly, a 2 years, a 3-year price prediction to the market, it's kind of like the weather. You know, you don't go to a meteorologist or a weather person and say, hey, what the weather's going to be like in the next 5 years, right? We don't do that. So you don't need to try to get those price predictions when you're in the markets neither. You know, if anyone's giving you a price prediction 5 years, 3 years into the future, it's all a guess. But the closer you come towards the present time, the more refined your predictions will be. So I can give you a price prediction in Tron for December, but it's going to be so broad, it's going to be so wide that I will have to encompass pretty much from, you know, 0 to $1 to infinity, right? So that's why we really don't go out long term in a yearly, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, because you just don't know. If your expectations is not that of the weather, like how many of you all in the comment section are looking for the weather, what the weather would be like in December of 2035, right? Seriously, the only thing that you can really say is that depending on where you are at in the world and what side of the hemisphere you're at, mostly during December, that's sometimes on the western side is winter months, on the northern side of the hemisphere. So I could tell you most likely in 2035 in December is going to be cold, but that's about it. I can't give you if it's going to snow, if it's going to be icy, if it's going to rain. I can't give you the precise temperature it's going to be. Same thing in the markets. So he wanted me to look at, you know, the December time frame. And if I look at this in a monthly basis, you know, this is Tron right here on a monthly basis. Every price bar you see is a month's worth of price action. So take a look at where we're at right now. Okay. December is right here. So if we take what we have right now on the monthly basis in Tron, I can say that the price is anticipated to be around 4 cents as support, all the way back up to where the highs was back here in April, towards 18 cents, right? And that's about it. Now, currently, I would tell you that the market in Tron is weak, just like the majority of other cryptocurrencies in the space today. It is weak. So the current movement is lower, right? Appreciate that, Chris. So from here to December, you know, from a basis point, the market in Tron can come all the way down towards 4 cents, possibly even 3 cents in December, all the way up to 18 cents. That's about all I could give you right there. Now, looking at this from a 2-day time frame, right? Just like every other cryptocurrencies in the space today, Tron was not the exception. We've seen the market in Tron break trend, right? We're breaking the trend in Tron right now. Now, over the last couple of 2-day price bars, you guys can see that we try to break back up above it and we are failing at it. So we're still weak into the market in Tron here too. Okay. This is the 5-day time frame. We're still seeing weakness here in Tron as well too. So now the closest area of support in Tron for us to see market hold is around 6.5 cents. Okay. But the further we go out in time is where we're definitely seeing the weakness come through in Tron. Now, this is the hourly time frame in Tron right here. And I'm actually seeing the market trying to come in and grab support right there around 6.5 cents, maybe 6 cents. Because what I'm looking at, when I look at these charts, I'm pretty much seeing that the market wants to start a consolidational trading range, which we're not going to get a lot of price movement in that sense, right? So I'm going to play the weakness in Tron right here on the shorter time frame. And we're going to look for the market to try to come through and grab support around 6.5, maybe around 0.062. But I'm going to bring it here towards 5 cents, 6 cents. Okay. Now, this is where the long-term support area is going to be at for Tron, right there around 5 cents. Okay. That's the long-term area of support into the market in Tron. So don't be surprised if we can't see 6 cents hold support. Okay. So we're going to play the weakness here in Tron as well too. Now, the first area is 6 cents, like I told you, but longer term, we can still see the market come down towards 5. Okay. But we would TP the market right there around 0.063. Will be our first area TP, which will give us around 8.25%. Then ultimately 6 cents right there. All right. So that is Tron right there. All right, check this out. We got 54 people right now watching the live. This is the Lookout live stream session. We only got 35 likes. If y'all appreciate someone actually giving you all the heads up as to where we're anticipating price to go, and you haven't tapped that thumbs up button, make sure you guys go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so now let's take a look at a stock real quick. This one is Fubo. You guys can tell that we really don't cover this particular stock neither on our other YouTube channel, HueFin News 2. On that particular channel, we only cover stocks there, and we haven't done a price prediction into the market for Fubo at all, right? So first thing is first, we take a look at what the market has given us so far. Okay, and this is Fubo right here. Let me zoom in on this chart so you guys can tell, right? Take a look at this. The market in Fubo has been in a downtrend, right? We saw the market come through a downtrend. Pretty much a lot of the stocks has seen a downtrend throughout the month of February, March, and April. Fubo has not been the exception. But what has occurred recently? Take a look at this, right? Take a look at this. What happened into the market in Fubo? Correct. If you guys said we've broken the trend, you're exactly right. So the market in Fubo has broken the downtrending line. That is massive. That tells us, if anything, that we are no longer seeing the market in this massive downtrend. We have pumped the brakes for the time being. So right now, this area here is acting as support in FuboTV. So take a look at this. This is where the market has really utilized its ideas to where the price is going to go. Okay, you guys can see this goes all the way back here since like 2018. Okay, we've seen the market in FuboTV hit restriction here around $21. Take a look here during 2019. The market did the same thing. And then a third time. So the information is already listed on the chart to tell us what the market's anticipated to do. We hit restriction there 3 times around $20, $21 in FuboTV. We did. So right now, we still came and held that area as support in the market in FuboTV. So this line is going to be real important for us to understand where the market is anticipated to go. Okay. It's not accurate, but I wanted to show you a vicinity as to where we're looking for the market to continually hold support. Okay. So let's look at this market on a longer term time frame real quick. This is the 5-week chart in the market in FuboTV. Okay. So what occurred on these two 5 weekly price bars tells us a lot. The reason why is because the volume for both of those two 5-week price bars is pretty much accurate. It's pretty much in the same line. We've seen about the same amount of volume on both of them, right? But the spread of each one is different. This 5-week price spread right here is a lot smaller than the previous one. So that tells us that we've seen some buyers step into the market, right? We've seen buyers come into the market on this last completed 5-weekly price bar. That's why the market in FuboTV is currently going higher. That is the only reason why this market is going higher, because we've seen buyers come in and prop up this price in FuboTV. So if anything, we're still going to take that side of the market, that the market in FuboTV is currently still giving us strength, even though the market is still mixed with some selling. It's not overly that strong, but the market is still hinting at strength, right? And take a look at the month of May. We saw the market in FuboTV come all the way down to $15, and we were still able to close around 23, 24. But take a look at this. Look at where we closed that into the market in FuboTV. Just take a look at this. We closed off of the highs. So what that tells me is that there was still selling going on into the market in FuboTV, which is why I wanted you all to know that we're not extremely strong in FuboTV by any sense of the imagination. But the market was still able to overcome the majority of the selling that occurred throughout the month of May. So in this sense, looking at this in the long term, I will be expecting the market in FuboTV to go higher in price. But just because we wasn't able to have the market close at the high of this monthly price bar, I'm not going to be overly bullish, right? So you can see here on the monthly time frame that the area of restriction would come in around this point here, okay, around $28.50 to around 30. Okay, I'm not expecting it to come all the way up here to $60 like it did during the month of December of 2020. I'm not looking for that yet, because there's still weakness being revealed on these longer time frames. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this back to the daily time frame. Like I said, I'm looking for the market to go to the upside. Now, it all depends on what your time frame is going to be in this market. If you're going to be in this from the monthly time frame, then yeah, I'm looking for the market to go higher price. But if you're only going to day trade this or swing trade this, then you will see some increased volatility coming to the market in FuboTV, right? So that's why we're going to hold this support area right there around $20, give or take. I wouldn't even be surprised, because we had a couple of trading days here to where the market came to around $17.50. That's even a possibility as well. So I'm going to include that in our prediction, because we already got history to where the market came and grabbed support there. So even if we were to dip towards $17.50, if we don't break that area of support to the downside, we're still going to anticipate the market in FuboTV to go higher. Okay, so now we're looking at $30 ultimately for the market to try to come and grab support or TP out the market. But you can even see here that this is a shallow area of restriction as well. So again, we'll TP out the market around $27.50, gives us about 16% there, all the way up to a 30, which gives around 26%. Okay, so this is what we're looking like into the market in FuboTV. So let me break this back over to the daily, fix this on the daily. Okay, so now before I go, you can see how the market in FuboTV closed on Friday. So initially, from the outset, we're going to see the market in Fubo go lower. Okay, I'm telling you that now, that the market in Fubo, when we start next week's trading, anticipated to go lower in price, which is why we identified this horizontal line of around $20. So let me bring this down. Okay, so be on guard for that. The sooner we hold support, $22, the better. But we'll hold $20 ultimately for that area of support in FuboTV. Okay, So that's that. Now let's take a look at the next stock. This one is going to be Argo. All right, so that is that one. So let's take a look at this one. I'm gonna zoom out. I want you all to see this. What trend are we currently in Argo, right? Drop the comment in the comment section. Let me know what trend are we currently seeing in Argo. This is Chris. Is this the one that you want me to look at, Argo, or is this a different stock? Yeah, you wanted to take a look at Argo Group International? Let me know, Chris. So check this out. Appreciate it. Okay, got it. So check this out. You guys can see that, right? This is the current trend into the market in Argo. We're in an uptrend. So our mind frame needs to be, we're expecting this price to go higher. Okay. Now I want you all to see this void though from the trend. Look at where the price is in relation to where the line is. Okay. This tells us the idea of how low the price can go, and we can still see this market in Argo go higher. Okay. This is the trend that we're following. So anytime the price will break this one ascending line, we understand that the market is no longer strong. We would expect it to drop. Okay. So this is how low the market in Argo can still drop, and we'll still be in an uptrend in the long term. So the market can drop 11.25%, right? Let me zoom in on this, and we will still be in an uptrend. All right. So what we need to do on this particular stock is make the determination, is this the perfect time to come in and buy this stock, or should we wait until the market drops a little bit further closer to this trend? So let's look at this on a longer time frame. This is the 3-day time frame into the market in Argo. Okay. And you guys can see over the last couple of 3-day price bars, we've seen the market go lower. This area has already been established though as support right around here. So around $51, $52 is where the market is trying to hug support. Okay. No lower than this area here around 50. 5-day time frame, you guys can even see here that this market in Argo is currently still giving us slight weakness. Okay, I don't want you all to think that this particular market is bearish in the sense of the word. Yes, the market is weak, but it's not extremely weak to where we will be expecting the market to completely fall out and completely drop. This is the weekly time frame. The market in Argo actually has given us a probable precursor of strength, which is a very positive thing to see on a weekly basis. It simply means that the next weekly price bar, which is going to form right here, we'll need to see the market close higher than this previous close, because if we don't, then we understand that the market is still weak and we would expect us to drop in price further. Okay, so pay attention to what happens on this upcoming trading week, because if we close higher than this previous close, which is right here, then yes, we're going to expect the market to go higher. Okay, be on the lookout for that. Now let's take a look at this market on the 2 weeks time frame. Again, we're still getting a probable precursor of strength. All right. But long term, I'm still expecting this market in Argo to continue to try to go higher in price. Right there around $70 is where the market restriction is. Okay, we hit that area back in 2019. It has taken us this long just for us to come back up towards 60. That's why the market in Argo is giving us weakness right here on this 3 weeks time frame. That's why the weakness is coming through now. Okay, because of this area right here. That's why. So now the volume really didn't come through though to show forth that there was more selling going on into the market than there were buyers. Okay. So if I had to time this from what I'm seeing into the market in Argo, I would have to say this market still needs to confirm support around $52 to 50. Okay. I'm still seeing that there is still the probability of this particular stock going lower in price. Okay. So right now, if would I say that Argo is a buy, I would say no, because I will still be looking for this market to give us a little bit more weakness. And that weakness range would only be from like, I really need to see the strength come through here, right here around 52. I need to see the market prop up price around 52, no lower than 50. Okay. That's where I'm looking at the market to try to come through and hold support. Now, again, I don't want you all to think that it's all bears and all is lost, but rather we need to see another confirmation of strength come into the market, which is around $52 to $50 is what I'm looking at. And the main reason is because what I'm seeing here on the 3 weeks time frame kind of lets me know that the market still has some weakness to go through. Okay. So yeah, that's how we're going to play this particular market prediction in Argo. We're going to play the weakness here in Argo. Definitely I'm seeing some buyers trying to come through in the market and prop the price around 53. But yeah, we're going to look at this upcoming work week and make sure that you all pay attention to how we end on the weekly. Okay. This really will tell us where we're going to go this upcoming trading week, on where we close. Okay. If we close below this current one, then yeah, we're still on course to see the price drop. If we close higher, then we know that this price prediction that we have on the chart now, it's not going to be right. The market's going to go higher in price. But currently, from what I'm seeing, the market is still giving us some weakness. Okay. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. This is the last one for today on the live stream. It's another stock that we're going to take a look at. And this one is CYCC. And take a look at this particular stock. This is Cyclacel Pharmaceuticals, right? Take a look at what's been occurring into the market in this one. What do you all think about this particular chart? What do you think? Tell me, let me know in the chat section, what do you all think this market is going to go? And then we'll break it down and let you all know. No problem, Chris. Thank you for the support. So let's run this back real quick. So here is support, right? Where do you think restriction is? We got two areas of restriction into the market. And is it Cyclacel? Hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is one area of restriction. This is the second one, $9. I'm going to hold the ultimate restriction area right here around $9. Okay. I agree with both of you all. This market in Cyclacel is in an uptrend. It's just trading sideways for the time being. But all of this right here tells us that it is building up the momentum for the next movement, right? It's building up, or it's filling up the gas tank. That's what's going on. The market is filling up the gas tank for it to continue to break up and move higher in price. So now, let's look at this on a 3-day time frame. And you guys can see here a little bit better that this is where we're still seeing the strength come through, right? The market is just hugging. And every time we see the price go lower, we always find another bar that closes higher than the previous one. Okay. Let's check this out on the weekly. So yes, last week we still saw weakness come through the market in Cyclacel, but we're still holding support, right? So generally right now we're trading sideways, right? So we're not really being biased in whether or not the market here is going to go higher or lower. Right now we're trading sideways. But when we look at this on different time frames, okay, this is where we're still playing the strength at. This is where we're still seeing the probability of market going higher in Cyclacel here. Okay. Now I'm not expecting it to break out relatively soon, but the probability of it is still there. Okay. We're still seeing it. But like I said, I'm not expecting this to like happen next week, anything like that, because the market's not overly that strong. But the probability of it going higher is still on the table though. I'm not seeing no weakness at all. We're going to hold support there around 6, right? The closest area of support is around 650. But we're just going to play within these two lines here. Okay, I'm not going to be overly bullish. I'm not going to be overly bearish. But we're going to play the strength here. Now, as I zoomed out on the 5-day time frame, we will come through the market and TP out right here, which is around $8. Okay, so that will give us 11% profitability, all the way back up towards $9 there. So that's it. Now I think I want to go back to the last one that we did prior to Cyclacel. I think I want to go back and look at that chart again. So let's look at that. Before I let you all go, let's take a look at Argo. Okay, because I know I said that I was playing a weakness here, but when I looked at this chart on the 3-day time frame, there's definitely still strength coming into the market here. Okay, so I think I will play the strength on this market here in Argo as well. And instead of us looking for the market to hold support, I'm still looking for it to hold support around 52 to 50. Okay, but as I look at this, I'm playing this for the long term now. I don't want to play this on the short term. I think the market has enough momentum, enough buyers here in this vicinity that the market is still trying to prop up that price. Okay, so as long as this market in Argo holds support above 50, we will continue to see the market go higher. Okay, so I just wanted to come back and look at that market again, because as I told you previously, yeah, the market is weak, but it's not to the point to where I would actually look for us to actually go a lot lower in price. So sorry about that. All right, so everyone, that's it. Those were the 6 stock charts, cryptocurrency charts that we were going to look at for today, for us to be on the lookout as to where we're expecting the price to go. All right. Hopefully y'all have learned something from today's video. For the most part, if you're only involved in the cryptocurrency space, the strength, the bullishness that we once seen throughout the whole year 2021, you may not want to hear it, but it is what it is. We are no longer in an uptrend. The next position that we can see these markets trade in the cryptocurrency space is trading sideways, with the increased probability of us going a little lower in price. It is what it is. You can't do anything about it. Neither can I. The only thing that we can do is to ensure that we are in position, or even get out the way of the market if it's going to drop in price. We have to predict those things. And if you have someone out there that cannot do that, then you're pretty much wasting your time. So let's run back and take a look at what we're expecting the market to do. First one was Zilliqa. And again, we're playing the weakness here. But already, since we did this price prediction, you guys can see that we're already seeing the market come down. So if you're not going to see this video after we post it to YouTube, you may already be late. But we're playing the weakness here, and it's not that weak, but we're playing the weakness in the midst of it trading sideways. Okay. Next one was Veracity. Again, we're playing the strength on this one. Now, only because the market has already grabbed support, we don't have that far to go in the market in Veracity. This is the only reason why we're playing the strength on this currency. But again, we're looking for it to trade sideways, just like Zilliqa. Next one. The next one was Tron. We're playing the weakness in Tron on this one. Bring this closer. But even though we're playing the weakness or the down movement in Tron, we're still pretty much expecting it to trade sideways. Next one was FuboTV. Playing the strength on this particular market. Argo. We switched this one and we're playing the strength in this one as well. Now, let me zoom out because I want to show you where I'm expecting the price to go for restriction. So the first area of restriction that will come in and take profit is around 55. I didn't tell you all where we would TP out the market. So the first one will be 55. Second one would be around $58 or $57.50. Okay. So that's Argo. And the last one was Cyclacel. Cyclacel. Playing the strength on this one, but we're being a little bit more conservative, looking for the market just to bounce in between those two lines on our chart. And that's it. Before I let you all go, let's take a look at what Bitcoin is doing. So this is Bitcoin. Again, we broke the trend. So if anything, this is what we're going to get into the market in Bitcoin. Trading sideways for a while. All right, so that's that. So that's it. Appreciate you all taking out the time. It took about an hour of your time. Hopefully you all have learned something from the markets. Let you all know that you don't have to be confused and anticipating where price is going to be. We all need to realize that the market will go higher. The market will go lower. The only thing that we have to do is to get in position, right? Whether we're going to get in position or we're going to get out the way. If the market's going to drop, we're going to get out the way. Or you could short the market and still profit when the price goes down, but we're not going to go into all of that. And wait until the next entry price to come in and purchase these cryptocurrencies and or stocks. That is right, Chris. Sometimes hitting those TP prices happen relatively quick, which is one reason why it is all important into getting in position right before the market gets there. All right, so that is it. I definitely appreciate you all taking out the opportunity out to view our live stream, being on the lookout. Thank you to all of our artists and members. You all make it possible for us to even come through and do a live stream. You know, for us to take some of the tension off of what we do on our channel and focus in on some of the things that you may want to look at. So I just want to say thank you to all of our community members, artisan and apprentice. We definitely appreciate the support that you all drop to us every day that you view our videos. Hopefully you all have been learning a lot of information, because this information is not going to be talked about anywhere else. If anything, you're going to get more confusion on the technical analysis and some of the fundamental analysis that is trying to be had on these platforms. So you guys are at a great place. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you all that you're at a great place. We're not going to be one of those organizations that's going to give you a lot of hype, talk about diamond hands and wells and, you know, a lot of the terminology that these people try to push. We're not about that. We're only worried about where the market is headed so that we can win and that we can dominate. So if you want to join us, we're here. If not, you're more than welcome to listen to someone else. But just understand, we're going to dominate the market. All right. So that's it. Make sure y'all stay on the lookout. of what the trap is anticipated to do so that you can win in this space, because that's what we do. Make sure you all maintain a profitability. And again, thank you all for attending the lookout, and make sure you stay on the lookout. I'll talk to y'all later.